Hey folks, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Happy Gatty Crypto here. So let's talk a little bit about Kucoin, what's been going on with them recently, and how I'm kind of seeing this situation for what it really and realistically is, without buttering it up, trying to act like this is an okay thing for someone or a corporation, a business, whatever you want to call them, as large as Kucoin. So recently we saw them remove all of their LUNC from the staking, which is a node they've had for quite some time on Terra station, whatever it was before, and being stationed now. But we saw them take it off and now it has come back. So I think a good thing to note with this is that Kucoin, they just don't contribute realistically whatsoever to the blockchain. This is always going to be a big issue with validators in the active set. Now the active set is 130 validators and it's very easy to get into the active set. If you go to somewhere like LUNC or other places that deal with the same kind of technology, have validators and photon consensus, you would see the bar for entry is actually quite high, whereas on LUNC it's just not, because we lack the incentive for people to come to LUNC and build it. You know, it's this whole fight with the 0% commissions. There truly is no incentive, and all of the current set, they want to more or less keep us in a position that remains the same, because the rewards are just so damn juicy. And when LUNC crashed and capitulated, the Oracle pool, it benefited greatly. We see, you know, you can look at charts and you can see how much it benefited greatly. But the thing is, right, it's limited. As time goes on, there's no black swan event. The Oracle pool's not just suddenly going to run dry. It has a very smart system. We've been through it before. Ed's got a Medium article. It's called More Money, More Problems. It's not hard to find, but he explains in there how the Oracle rewards pool is going to work over time and how it adjusts itself. But it's limited, meaning that over time it is going to become reduced, and this is going to be an issue, because those funds inside the community pool can lead to so much more of a future for our community. And validators just not contributing and dipping their toes in many blockchains and just being here for the rewards, it's great. You know, there's no laws to stop people from doing that. But if you're sitting and thinking to yourself, well, why is the price not going up? Why are all of these different things not happening? Why are we not seeing all of these awesome things we're seeing on other blockchains on our blockchain? It's just simply because there's no incentive. This whole situation with Kucoin, it's so naughty because they're such a big, you know, business corporation, so to speak. They only give their, so, you know, if you're diving into this staking situation via Kucoin, you're only actually getting the Lunar Classic coins. As to what happens with the USTC and all of the other stable coins, who knows? This is only 12% to the user. Now we could sit and we could kind of poke from the other side and say, well, a validator themselves could have a 10% commission or a 12% commission, and it would be the same. That's right, it would. But it's, you know, the only time you're realistically going to see one that high is with someone who's got some sort of weird scheme going on, or they're simply just trying to get their voting power to go down. Kucoin, you know, you would rather see Binance utilize their node, and you would say to them, well, you know, you're doing so much, we get it, you're contributing, but you know, realistically, what is Kucoin contributing to our blockchain? And that's not to say, you know, we always get the same, you know, well, can we blacklist them? Can we stop them? Well, of course not, because it's a free market and we just can't do stuff like that. But we can speak about these things, and hopefully eventually one day they'll get the point and they'll either start contributing or think to themselves, we can't keep draining their community, their pools to benefit our community and because they can generate liquidity in so many ways, whereas you just don't see this. I mean, how many of these CEXs around the time, and I've got a list somewhere, we should really start, backtracking through this list to hold them accountable for it's more or less false advertisement, I think, at this point. It'll probably go a little bit more deeper than that, but we'll leave it at that for now. With so many of them saying, we're going to be doing the 1.2% burn tax, and we just never, ever saw it, which is sad. But this is always going to be an issue in crypto. You're always going to have people who are acting to be doing stuff, but realistically they're not. But they've always got so much to say. There's the biggest issue we find, well, there's so many big issues, but a big issue we do have is like the loudest person always being the correct person. And it's so strange for someone like me who spends a lot of time, educating people, building things and doing all of the different stuff that we do. But this in itself, hopefully, the one good thing to take away from this, and this is why I kind of wanted to leave it to the end of the video to leave it on a more of a positive note, is it's more coins locked up. They locked up around 41 billion coins. It's a good amount of coins to just be locked up off of the market and nothing can be done with them. One thing that I do find very interesting is you can only have, I think it's 7 undelegations per wallet. So imagine 25 people want to undelegate at the same time. How do they do that? Well, my wonder is they've got some sort of intelligent module. I'd be very interested to have a deeper dive and look into that module. So we're going to be monitoring things. We've put it on the whiteboard. We put stuff on the whiteboard when we're quite interested in it, and we start paying more attention to it to see what kind of funny movements they're making, see if we can pick up on algorithms and see if we can suss out their technology to try and utilize it further down the line. It's always interesting to see how these big contenders in crypto deal with these kind of things, because what we've overcome a huge issue with this ourselves with our own NFT project, with the undelegations situation and only being able to have 7 at a time. Obviously, I'm not going to divulge those kind of things, but it's a very intelligent module itself. Really interested to get to a point in time where we can start utilizing these things in our play to earn game that we're working on, hopefully for release end of this year. So later on today, we're going to be taking a look, more than likely, at Terra, as much as I don't really want to. We're going to take a little look at it. We're going to take a deep dive into it. I've heard mixed things. Do we need a DEX? Yes, of course we do. Do we have a DEX coming? Yes, we do. Station in itself is a DEX and a whole new world of its own. My personal opinion is I would rather everything be in one place. That's the idea of Station. Having everything just in one place and not having 1,000 applications for 1,000 different things. Instead, having those 1,000 different things inside one application. Guys, have a really nice day. None of this is financial advice. Beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me. I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, for everything you do, dropping comments and everything like that. There's not much more I can ask of you. It really does go a long way for the channel and myself. Have a really nice day. Catch you in the next one, guys.
By listeners like you. Listeners like you, those ended possible. By listeners like you.